Hey, what is going on, guys? In today's video, I want to have a conversation with you about the changes to the Heavy Shotgun and Yapo GPR against the historical Heavy Shotgun Season 5 and Era Season 5. And we'll also talk about when it makes sense to use this thing and why I'd argue it might be the best shotgun depending on the way you play. I think the conversation is much closer now since the pump shotgun was nerfed in comparison to Era Season 5. Now, what exactly happened in the Heavy Shotgun? Well, it did receive a nerf where the headshot damage went down from 193 to 155. Sure, it would be better if this thing was doing 193, obviously. But you're still able to one-shot someone from 150 health, and it's not like you could one-shot someone from 200 health before. So overall, I'd say a slight nerf, but not that big a deal. On the purple one's only able to do 148. That's a bit more noticeable, as with the purple one, if they have 150 health, you won't be able to one-shot them. So, something to keep in mind, a little bit more noticeable there. However, Heavy Shotgun's also received a buff, where in the sense that if you shoot, build, and shoot before, you have a 1.25 second delay, which would be a quarter second extra wait time for the rate of fire of the Heavy Shotgun. Not as big of a deal as the TAC, as the TAC had a massive penalty if you built in between shots. Heavy was a small penalty, but as you can see here, if you only have one shotgun, you don't have this delay, you shoot once per second. Overall, it's just going to be much nicer to use this, as if you want to make an edit play or something and shoot again, no worries, you're not going to have the delay. So, not the biggest buff, but it is a buff, and I think overall it cancels out the headshot nerf pretty well, and I think the Heavy Shotgun is about the same strength as it was before. Also, something to keep in mind is the structure damage is still overall high, so if you pickaxe a wood wall once, shoot it, you can do a shoot replace like that. Pump shotgun, you won't be able to do that. It also has a range of 8 tiles, right? The pump shotgun will stop doing damage after 6 tiles. As you can see there. Heavy shotgun can step a lot further back to 8 tiles, still doing damage. So, unlike the pump and tac, which have received range nerfs over time, Heavy Shotgun has not received that range nerf. Now that we've gone over all the changes to Heavy Shotgun, I want to have a conversation about when it makes sense to carry it, and why I actually think it's in a much stronger position relative to both Historical Season 5 and Era Season 5. And I think you could argue the Heavy Shotgun is the strongest option right now. Not that the other shotguns aren't viable, and it is a close conversation, but I think, in Historical Season 5 and Era Season 5, I feel like the Heavy Shotgun was kind of hanging around in second place, but now it's genuinely might be the best choice. Let's start against Historical Season 5. You have to remember, in Historical Season 5, everyone was just much worse at the game. The game played much slower. There was a lot less edit plays. And I think overall the double-barrel shotgun was very good because of that. Because there was less of that. The double-barrel's playstyle, just jumping at someone's face, going for a 2-shot clip out, was very reliable back then. And you also have to remember that the double-barrel was a lot stronger back then. It did 150 damage instead of 123 it does now. It did way more wall damage. And while it did have the shotgun delay, that's not the biggest deal, because if you're just going for a 2-shot clip out, you shouldn't really be building between the first and second shot. You're just going for a clip out and see if you can secure the kill that way. And nowadays the double barrel is much weaker. Doing a lot less damage, almost a 20% damage nerf. It does not do anywhere near the wall damage it used to do. And while yes, you don't have the shotgun delay, that's not as helpful as you think it would be, because again, if you're going for a 2-shot clip out, you really shouldn't be building between those 2 shots. You're wanting to fire both of those shots off. So not the biggest deal. And what that means is, because the Heavy Shotgun's overall in a similar position, I think the Heavy Shotgun is definitely overall the stronger choice. Not that the double barrel is not viable, but I do think the Heavy Shotgun is the better choice. And if we compare against Era Season 5, I think overall the Blue Pump was the better choice. If we compare Blue Pump versus Gold Heavy, if you're trading 1-for-1 at close range, you're kind of not going to win that with the Heavy. The Pump has a massive damage advantage and can just straight one-shot you in the first trade. And if you traded at long range in Era, yes, you would probably do a bit more damage, but it's not as big of an advantage as you think it is, because the reason why I say that is the damage fall-off curve on the Pump and Heavy were the same in Era. And while yes, the Heavy Shotgun has a tighter spread, because the Pump Shotgun has a straight damage advantage, if you missed 1 or 2 more pellets, you might still do the same damage because each pellet is doing more. So I don't think that was particularly reliable, trying to trade at long range. And if you try to trade 2-for-1 in Era, it's kind of a problem because the shotgun delay would restrict your rate of fire, meaning trying to do 2-for-1 trades would be tough. Nowadays, though, with the pump shotgun having a lot less range, 1-for-1 trading at long range, you are going to do a lot more damage with the Heavy Shotgun. And because you don't have the shotgun delay, you can more reliably do 2-for-1 trades. And I think this opens up the possibility where the heavy shotgun might be the better choice. Doesn't mean the pump shotgun is not super competitive with it, because I think it is. But if you have good aim and you know how to space yourself out, you can make the heavy shotgun, work really nicely. And because the heavy shotgun is more wall damage and shoots faster, you can get away without using an SMG much better than you can with the pump. I think the heavy shotgun actually might be the better choice for, maybe you're not your like top tier players, but for your, you people have decent aim, but maybe don't have the greatest mechanics. You might be able to make the heavy shotgun work a bit better. It's debatable. I think both options are very competitive. I think even the TAC is competitive. I think even the double barrel, you can make a case for it. But overall, I think the heavy shotgun is presenting a really strong case for being the strongest shotgun in the game. And with that, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you in the next one.